From left to right, and they're leading by 2 points to 1, all the scores having come from frees. The commentator for this one is Ger Canning.
It was intended for Anthony Molloy, but it runs loose, however, to Joyce McMullen. A star in '83 when Donegal last won the Ulster Championship. The transfer neatly inside to Martin McHugh, and that's over the bar. The first point from play, and what a good one it was. A lovely run by Joyce McMullen. That's Stephen King, a good ball. Well caught by goalkeeper Gary Walsh. Brian Toohey, who's seen plenty of the action so far, taking it away from John Brady. Slack clearance, however. And Desi Brady can top this one over and tie up the scores again. Desi Brady, the scorer. There was a doubt about him before this match, but that was a smashing point. Here's Pat Faulkner. Good calling by the Donegal midfielders. That's Anthony Molloy, releasing it to Martin Gavigan, his erstwhile colleague at midfield. Now at centre half back, neatly inside to Joyce McMullen, drifting away from his man. That's nicely inside towards Brian Murray. Chance of a goal! He's put it right across the goal mouth and wide. Well, Donegal were causing consternation, but there was a loose man inside. That was Brian Murray to take the loose pass, and he really should have done better than that. Cross towards Seamus Donoghue. Challenged over there by Martin Shovlin of Donegal. That's flicked forward to Jerry Sheridan. The cornerback forward in a left corner forward position to Derek MacDonald. A promising attack. Can they produce a finish? Desi Brady turning onto the right boot. And Gary Walsh keeps it out despite the fact that MacDonald was advancing. It's quite a championship tussle. Desi Brady again, star of last year's under-21 team. Barry McArdle belting it forward, and that's on target. There's a huge cheer at Breffni Park as Barry McArdle gets a rare point for himself. Tom Connaughton there, the Donegal manager, plenty of pressure on him. He's lost the last 2 years of championship football, and Cavan, as you see, getting ready to introduce a sub who'll be number 19, Pat Fallon. Oh, it's a goal! A great goal! Tommy Ryan, the scorer. And that has come 4.5 minutes before half-time. The sides are level. The ball taken down by Tommy Ryan, and a thumping good shot right into the back of Damien O'Reilly's net. So now the pressure goes back on Cavan. They've been playing so well. That's Michael Faulkner, who's come out from the full forward position. He's now operating around midfield in place of Stephen King. This is Pat Fallon, the substitute. His first taste of the action. He's put it over the bar, I think. Yes! The umpire reaches for the white flag. Pat Fallon, who has just replaced Stephen King, his very first kick sails over the crossbar. Gary Walsh played his part in an excellent first half. Michael Gallagher, the little chip forward towards Brian Murray, trying to break it down. He's doing so successfully for Tommy Ryan, looking for a second goal. He'll settle for a point. Donegal are ahead again in what's turning out to be a memorable Ulster Championship match. He's got a goal and 3 points now. Michael Faulkner tussling at midfield, so too Desi Brady. Up towards John Brady, who's been virtually anonymous so far in this match, and much was expected of him, but then much is expected of Cavan because of their fabulous tradition. Getting support from Niall O'Donnell. Wants to show that what one wing back the other can do as well, and Niall O'Donnell has levelled up the match in the 2nd minute of injury time. 11 for Cavan, 1-8 for Donegal, and both of Cavan's wing backs have come up and scored memorable points. Martin McHugh knocking it up towards Joyce McMullen. Good solo run, leaving it off to Tommy Ryan, and he gets the opening point of the second half. He's having a fine match. The Donegal defence doing a very good job so far on the Cavan forward line, who've been frankly very disappointing. Brian Murray inside neatly to Joyce McMullen. That's a goal! A brilliant goal! 9.5 minutes gone in the second half, and Donegal firmly take a grip. Brian Murray fed it into the stride of Joyce McMullen, carried it forward just a little, and found the back of the net with a perfect finish. As good a goal as you'd see anywhere in the championship. The Cavan team rattled at the moment, needing a couple of scores to settle themselves down, but this is Charlie Mulgrew, the experienced campaigner, to Marty Carlin. That's to Brian Murray, an imposing figure at full forward. He was being sublimely optimistic, but he's put it over the bar for his own first point of the game, and there are 3 between the teams again. The Donegal fans have a lot to cheer about. Their manager Tom Connaughton has just given them the instruction that there's 5 minutes to go. It's good psychology on his part. In fact, there's 10. Brian Murray. Nice ball across. Oh, it's off the crossbar by Charlie Mulgrew. Oh, I think he was going for power that time rather than placing it. Well, that was an opportunity for Donegal to have sealed this game. It fell to Charlie Mulgrew, and he really bulleted it in, but it came rattling off the crossbar instead. Michael Faulkner. Cavan have had a let-off. The Cavan forward line having very much an off day. Tight marking defenders like John Joe Doherty making it awkward for them. Martin Gavigan recovers his own error. Outside towards Marty Carlin. Carlin advancing down the left touchline. This is Charlie Mulgrew. I wonder will he rue that miss just a moment or two ago. In towards Martin McHugh. Everything that's been fed in towards him, he's done with style. This is Brian Murray, and that's wide. A delightful build-up, but a dreadful finish. Anthony Malloy fists it down, the Donegal captain. Gets it the second time. And he continues to provide an array of passes for the inside forwards. That's Barry McCardle. Niall O'Donnell totally unmarked because Donegal are funneling back in towards defence to hold on to their lead. That's a good one. Sean Pearson, the substitute, has put it over the bar, and there are now just 2 points between the teams again. His first point since introduced in the second half. Will that be a rallying point? This is Niall O'Donnell. That's Michael Faulkner, started at full forward, now at midfield. That's a probing ball inside. Vivian Dowd unable to catch it. That's a lovely bit of fetching by Michael Gallagher. He's been a star everywhere. Kieran Brady having trouble getting the ball up. Challenged by Marty Carlin. The additional midfielder for Donegal carries the ball deep in towards Pearson. Robbed by McHugh, however, of Donegal, and it's Michael Gallagher once more to Martin Gavigan. Leslie McGettigan, first opportunity to shine up towards the full forward, and it's up to him now, Brian Murray, to try and hold the ball and wait for possession to come up from the back. Doing his job to perfection. Martin McHugh wasting a couple of valuable seconds, holding possession. Joyce McMullen, star performers all. Finally Joyce McMullen deciding we'll have a pot, but he's put it wide, but it wastes up a couple of valuable seconds. Nearly everyone coming here to Breffni Park was predicting a Cavan victory. Kieran Brady. Vivian Dowd trying to get the forward line moving, but the Donegal defence has done its work to perfection. That's John Connors, up to Brian Murray. Held off there by Pat Faulkner, fouled, and no question about the free. And an angry exchange of blows there, and hopefully common sense will prevail. 3 minutes to go then for Tom Connaughan's team. Martin McHugh taking the free, dropping it in, and dropping it over the bar. I wonder, will that be a match winner? That's 5 points for Martin McHugh, who's given a terrific display on the 40 and who's kicked some superb points from frees. So 2-11 to 14 points, 17 points to 14. Donegal looking for a couple more points now just to seal their victory, if that is what it's going to be. Is there a Cavan response? Pat Fallon nudged as he kicked that ball forward, down to Vivian Dowd, now playing it full forward. Cavan needing a goal, they're a goal behind, and he's blazed it wide. In fact, it's gone out for a sideline ball, would you believe? Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. An afternoon when little, if anything, has gone right for the Cavan forwards. Brian Toohey playing it inside to Martin Gavigan. Donegal now will just want to hold possession, play the sensible ball forward. And as we say it, it's Niall O'Donnell who carries the ball forward again. He scored a good point in the first half. And it's gone wide, and I think when the goalkeeper touched that the ball was actually out over the end line, Donegal, when they won the Ulster title in 1983, thought they were on a high, as indeed they were at that stage. Might well have played in the All-Ireland final of that year, beaten by Galway. But now, as we head inside the last minute of the 70 minutes, Donegal look like enjoying a famous victory in the Ulster Championship. Marty Carlin, a county which has only had one victory since 1983 in the Championship. And this is Joyce McMullen looking to seal their victory. He's got a beauty. Another super goal from Joyce McMullen. He carried it forward effortlessly, and it was pushed in venomously with the right boot, right into the corner. Here's Martin McHugh again. Clever ball forward, getting the return from Leslie McGettigan. And now Donegal finish out this match in style. Another point. 3 goals and 12 points for Donegal. 14 points for Cavan. Cavan scoring only 3 points in the second half.
Yes, a huge disappointment for Cavan supporters who were expecting so much, of course, from this summer's Ulster Championship. Donegal making up for last year when they were disappointed in their game against Armagh. A great win for Donegal. And needless to say, team manager Tom Conaghan and the captain Anthony Malloy were in jubilant form after the match when Ger Canning spoke to them.
We came here as complete underdogs. Cavan they were hot favourites to win this game, they were hot favourites to win Ulster, and of course we're delighted to win.
You showed great character out there, I felt, because in the first half you were combining well, yet Cavan were getting a lot of good scores.
Yeah, we're very fit at the moment. Cavan got a lot of frees, and you can't give frees away to Cavan because Rowan Carroll is a good free kicker, and he punished us there. But once we got our game together in the second half, I think we done really well, you know.
Your defence was quite outstanding, I felt.
The back line in particular, John Connors, Brian Toohey, Martin Chauvelin as well. They're all brilliant, in fact.
The team really giving account of themselves, you know, and it was the fact, I suppose, as I said to them in the dressing room at half-time, it's like this, boys, when this is over, I'm over. So I think they lifted themselves firmly, really, you know.
Every one of them seemed to play the game of his life.
Well, you know, like I would have to say, you couldn't single out anybody. While we took off Charlie McGrew, we just felt Charlie was running out of steam. But even the boys on the sideline, you know, that you would think they were playing the way they give it. But I suppose, you know, like I had a little bit of quiet confidence that we may have done it, but then again, I was keeping it quiet.
So then Cavan are gone, and it's Donegal who go on to play either Derry or Fermanagh in the semi-finals. They meet tomorrow afternoon at Irvingstown. The throw